Hey guys, what's up? It's EG27 here, and today we're back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Yeah, baby. Alright, so let's get into this story today. So today's story is about the time I broke up with my girlfriend a few years ago. This actually happened about last year, but it was like towards the end of 2 years ago and like at the beginning of last year. I was dating this girl, and I was at the point of my life where like it was only like everything was temporary. Like you never seen an 8th or a 7th grader date for like 4 years or anything. So, everything was temporary, and like any relationship in middle school usually lasts for like 1 week, 2 weeks. And that's exactly what happened to me. See, there was this girl, and she was pretty, and I dated her just because she was pretty, alright? Like, I didn't care about her personality or anything, just her looks. And, we like started to talk, and we kind of got to know each other better and stuff. And she was like actually kind of strange. Like it was like a weird but a good weird, but like a kind of a bad weird but a good weird, if that makes any sense. Anyways, we actually got to know each other pretty well, and like she was kind of like a control freak, and like she had bad temper tantrums, and it was like kind of weird. So I don't know. But anyways, we dated for probably a month, and like in that month we would like hang out, and we would always come over to my house, and like obviously my parents knew I was dating her and stuff because she would come over the house, and she came over like a lot, like probably twice or 3 times a week. And like it got to the point where it was like she was just like, hey, let's go do something. I'm like, how about we don't, and let's just like not do that and do something else. And then it would be like a fight, and then she'd like just flip out, and we had to do what she did, and I had to be happy about it. And that's not how I want to live my life. Like, I don't want some girl controlling my life. So I waited for about like a few days, probably like 3 days, and I ended up dumping her. So I dumped her, and like I didn't tell my parents that I dumped her yet, because like you usually wait a day just to see if you get like back together or anything. I don't know. And of course, I dumped her. The next day she kind of just gave me the silent treatment, and like gave me bad looks and stuff. And it was like, all right, calm down. And then, like 2 days goes by. It was like 2 to 3 days went by, and, she was like telling her friends, like, text me all this crap, like, you're a horrible person and all that stuff. Like, just what a usual, like, a mean person would do once they, like, break up with somebody. Because I broke up with her. She didn't break up with me. And, all her friends were, like, dissing me, and I felt like everybody hated me for some reason. And then things kind of got strange, like a week after. All right, I didn't tell my parents that I broke up with her, because like I would, like, if they were gonna ask anything, I'd be like, oh yeah, we broke up and stuff. Like, but I wasn't just gonna be like, hey, we broke up, just to let you know, because it's kind of weird. And anyways, like she started calling me, like saying sorry and stuff, and I was like, all right, but I don't really want to get back together. I don't want to date anybody right now. Like, I forgave her and stuff, but I didn't want to date her again. And then she just like kept calling me and texting me and calling me and texting me, and I'm like, all right, please stop. You're getting annoying, very annoying. And like she was kind of like getting to the point where like she wouldn't take no as an answer. She was like forcing me to date her. So I was like, just no, I don't want to date you and stuff, and just said it straight up to her. Then the next day I came home from school, and she was like out on my back porch, and I was like, what the heck are you doing here? Like, I was like, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I was just stopping over. I really wanted to talk. And I'm like, all right. And my mom was home, and I'm like, well, like the back door was open and stuff. I'm like, well, how'd you get in my house? And she's like, oh, I talked to your mom. She said I could come over. I'm like, all right. Because my mom thought we were still dating and stuff, and like, because that's what she would usually do. She would come to my house like after school, and like sometimes she would be there first, and I'd get there. But then she came over, and it was kind of weird. Then we went to my room, and we were just like kind of talking, and she was talking to me, and she was like saying how she wanted to get back together and stuff, and I was like, sorry. And then like you could tell she was getting mad and upset, and like I was just like kept denying it, and it was really awkward, because there was a point where we were like sitting just in silence while she was like about to break into tears for like 3 minutes, like just 3 minutes straight of silence. And like she already told her mom to pick her up, so we were kind of just like waiting. And so, she starts talking again, and she's saying some stuff like, I really, really like you, let's just get back together. I'm like, no, 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 no. And you could tell she was getting angry. And in my room, I have like my setup and stuff, and my like Xbox and my games. And she knew I liked to play video games, and she like kind of just like looked at me and was like, "Fine." And they kind of got all mad and started yelling at me. I'm like, "What the heck?" So then she grabs two of my video games. I remember it. It was NHL and WWE, and she just took both of them and snapped them over her knee. Like I have not seen anybody ever do this. Like, she just ripped them apart right over her knee. She just snapped it right over her knee. Her mom pulled in the driveway right then. She just looks at me, throws the games on the ground, just like marches off out of my room, out of my house, and just leaves and didn't talk to me ever again. Like, she just broke my video games and just left my house. I was like, whoa, what the heck? And then, I kind of walked out of my room and I was like holding my games, and my mom's like, what the heck just happened? I'm like, I don't necessarily know. I didn't really feel comfortable talking about like relationships with my parents back then. And then I was just like, all right, well, that was pretty crappy. And yeah, I just like kind of just like told my friends about it, and they're like, yes, didn't we, like, they told me not to date her, and they're like, yeah, we told you she's a whack job, don't date her. And she really was a whack job. And now I know not to date her, and I know that she has had like one boyfriend since me. And like, it was just like, I couldn't believe that she came to my house, broke my video games, and just left. Like, it was crazy. Anyways, I thought this was an interesting story to tell you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a good time making it. Hope you had a good time watching it. As always, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. What to do next. I'll see you in the next episode, and goodbye.
I'm working hard. I'm sacrificing my life. I'm sacrificing my mind. I'm sacrificing my